All right. Is it that time already? Again, so soon? To drop some more fresh content on the shit stain that is the internet. I am back, and I did not expect to be here, but I saw this vlog. I haven't watched it yet, but I saw it come up, and I feel like I have to strike while the iron's hot. My first video did so well. And unlike that first video, I've actually gone and done a little bit of cursory research here. So this is going to be Phil talking about his new network. I think a little bit, something about lost profits. I have no idea. The title is Alert, I'm Stuck in Limbo, BC, because he couldn't fit the word because in there, of YouTube, and I need your help. Because he always needs our help, doesn't he just? And for a couple seconds before I actually launch into this, you can take a peek at his delightful profile there. He's at about a 3/4 angle behind his pop filter. Well, I talked briefly about my research that I did about MCNs, and this was very cursory research. And yes, pun intended, because I looked into Curse a little bit, amongst a couple of other partnership networks. Curse is not actually an MCN. They call themselves a union for gamers. So whatever that means, I don't know. So if you don't know, and if you haven't done research into yourself, because if you're someone who studies Phil, you might as well try to do the research that he doesn't do. And as I looked into MCNs, I saw that in the loosest terms, they will typically offer you, in exchange for a revenue split, whatever that is, and this, again, might be, retread information, but whatever the revenue split is, 90-10, 80-20, seems to be an industry standard, either or, they will offer you, based on some of the ones that I researched tonight, copyright protection, first and foremost, mentorship, which is something Philium here could have potentially reached out to Machinima for, but God knows he never does anything wrong, so why would he look for mentorship? Production, cross-promotion, partner management, digital rights management, and, of course, instant monetization. Now, over the past couple of years, there's been some delay in monetization through MCNs. They can't always get your videos automatically monetized. Sometimes there is a wait period in my research here. But typically, they want to help you out as much as possible because you are making them money. They're basically like a booking agent. One of the neat things that I saw was that MCNs are basically running a parallel as to ASCAP or BMI, which allow you to have copyrighted music in your movies or productions or whatever, as long as you pay for the licensing fees. So joining up with one of these MCNs is essentially them taking a cut out of your monthly pay and providing you with this protection. Basic stuff, super simple. They, as a big network, may have the licensing and they may be able to hand it off to all of their partnered networks. Now, there's always going to be glitches in the system and times where the higher-ups have to go to bat for you, but I wasn't completely wrong. I just wanted to have a little bit more information in my pocket. One of the most important things is that, and this is something that after watching countless Phil videos, you need to understand that fair use is not an automatic turn door policy. It's a legal defense. You're going to have to take it all the way to court and argue in front of a judge that a certain video is fair use. And because of the content ID system on YouTube, it's very likely for videos that contain copyrighted songs, it doesn't matter what the context is or what it is doing, to automatically get flagged, and your partnership network will go up for you. Again, this might seem like common sense, but I really feel like this is something that I need to lay the groundwork here for, because Phil is going to talk about the glitches in the system, because he's only affected by this because he's that 1% of people who are slipping through the cracks, and it's bullshit that this happens. There's no other way about it. I also did a little bit of cursory research on Curse, and one of the interesting things about them is that they can't obviously protect you in copyright the same way. They can't handle music. They don't want you to even use game trailers or cutscenes in your videos. And obviously, cutscenes aren't always going to trigger Content ID, but they might. And so they want to keep that, their hands clean out of that. So I understand why it might not be the best to partner with them, other than their loose terms and ability to leave whenever you want. According to their FAQ, they also offer a 90-20 split. So I guess that can't be that bad. Or a 90-10 split. I can't even fucking do math. I'm going to get crucified for this fucking video because I can't add up to 100. And just like other networks, you can't, disclose what your CPM. You can't say what it is you're making. These are things that Phil violated with Machinima, and that's why it was much easier for him to let them go. Or rather, he disclosed their CPM, but his change in YouTube CPM, which is your amount of money you make per million ad impressions, whatever. It's all nonsense. The more I started researching this, the more frustrated I got. But I put in the man hours. Well, it was more like a man half hour, but I did some cursory research, and I thought it was very important to this video and to set up the background for me to at least understand a little bit more about what Master Philip is dealing with here. One other interesting thing on the curse FAQ before I start this video is that they allow people who are 13 years old to sign, as long as they have a parent or guardian on the side. So, Phil with the business sense of a 13-year-old probably fits right in with their other people. Shout out to Curse. I'm not trying to slander you, but I think it's kind of funny that you allow 13-year-olds to make money. Well, whatever. Good for them. The days of the lemonade stand are over. They really are. Phil could probably take a page out of these 13-year-olds' book. All right. I don't have anything really else to say. I've wasted probably upwards of 5 minutes talking about the very basic ins and outs of what to expect when you're working with an MCN, but you're effectively giving up a bigger cut of your money for copyright protection because they own the licensing to X, Y, and Z that might appear in your videos or will go to bat to you if it comes down to that. I assume most MCNs don't want to put in the lawyer power to take a copyright claim all the way to court. I think a lot of these things can actually be dissolved relatively quickly. And if you were to do this on your own without a network, you could potentially still, make it by. And it's just more work, it's more reading, and these are things that, Phil doesn't want to do. That's why he dumped Curse so quickly after he signed with them after Machinima. That's the reason why he signed with them, because you could cut and run whenever you felt like it. Anyways, let's get on with the video. I have not watched this yet, so I'm going to do my best to get through it without too many pauses. Deep sigh. My first video had a deep sigh, but that's because I knew that I was going to get sucked into this. This guy trips and falls on his face on a weekly basis.
What is up, everyone? Phil here with a vlog I had no intention of making.
No intention.
If you can believe it, YouTube yet again has completely screwed something up.
No, I can't believe it.
Me doing anything wrong.
I'll try not to pause in this. If he says it again, it's going to annoy me. But the way that this guy passes the buck every time, nothing is his fault. It really grates me. That's why I started making these videos. Nothing could ever be his fault, or at least when he talks to his fans. Own up a little bit, honestly. Say that you maybe didn't take the time to do a little bit of research into what it is you're doing, and you might have fucked something up yourself. Whatever.
And it's screwing me over, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Again. It's now
again.
Point that YouTube is screwing up so much on such a regular basis. I'm really feeling like I need to make an effort to take my YouTube/internet presence for gaming and move it to Twitch. All right. I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible.
He's not going to abandon YouTube.
So please pay attention. Basically, right now, I cannot upload any gameplay videos to either DSP Gaming or KO Gaming because advertisements are disabled on the channel, and it doesn't seem like there's any way I can get them enabled, at least right now. And I need to explain to everyone the situation because it's a huge oversight by YouTube, okay?
It's an oversight.
Here's what happened. YouTube just lost over 250 of their major advertiser providers.
Yes. This is, again, something that I did a little bit of basic research in. You don't need to hear about this. If you know about the YouTube advertisers leaving because of controversial videos, you don't need Phil to explain it to you. He's actually probably said it before, if I remember correctly. I think he was talking more about this in a previous video. but it's nothing I need to go into. It's nothing he needs to go into.
Companies that used to advertise on the website left the website because they determined that their ads were being shown on inappropriate videos that were adult
Yes,
content
CPMs are
that they
down.
didn't want to advertise on, videos that were
It's a volatile market. I said this in the last video, and I don't think it's something that a lot of people actually talk about in some of these detractor videos that I've watched, is that you're going to have these ups and downs in any industry, but in entertainment, they really can hit you. Especially when you're making your money off of advertiser presence. So many advertisers would rather pull out and save money rather than put that risk on their company and therefore their product. It's pretty much common sense.
Racism, all kinds of that kind of stuff. And places like Walmart, Starbucks, huge companies that were paying YouTube tons of money to advertise, pulled away and said, we're not coming back till you fix your system. So
they saw people like you,
April,
so they had to pull out.
It was announced by YouTube that they were changing the way that they were going to enable channels to have monetization because of this issue. They realized that advertisers want some kind of check and balance. So YouTube announced that they were going to have a criteria. You need to have
check and balance. I guess that makes sense, but it's ultimately them spending their money to advertise. It's not a check and balance system. Exactly. It's more of a, you're giving us money, that's great. If you don't feel like giving us money anymore, well, that's fine. You just can't have your advertising. It's a very simple transaction.
10,000 views total on your YouTube channel in order to get monetization. And that was all that YouTube said publicly. They didn't mention anything else about content of the channel. They didn't mention anything else about a new review process. Nothing.
I have videos that are. Well, no, I'm actually. It doesn't matter. I'm making shit for money on this channel. I have monetized videos on this channel. They're awful. They're terrible. But that's because I'm just a basic AdSense partner. I would never activate that monetization on this, and I'd much rather have it all in my own control. I've made $0 off of YouTube, even though I have one video with 30K. Woo!
YouTube did not disclose that not only do you need 10,000 views on your channel, you also need to have your YouTube channel approved for an AdSense account. Yes, a personal AdSense account, regardless of the fact if you're going to use that AdSense account yourself.
Wasn't that always the case?
Or if you're going to partner with a network, YouTube is now requiring that you have an AdSense account associated with your channel to start before you can even get approval, okay? Then, if you have 10,000...
Well, no, wasn't that always the case? That's nothing new. You had to apply for a Google AdSense account years ago. I'm actually glad I'm in on this because that's what I had to do to approve monetization on one of my videos that cracked the heavens. It's shit. It's terrible. Don't watch it.
And you have an AdSense account on your YouTube channel that's associated with it and approved.
It's boilerplate.
Then it goes to an approvals queue, which YouTube says can take up to a week for them to review. And once they've reviewed it and said, okay, we don't see anything bad on your channel that advertisers wouldn't want to be associated with, then you finally get the ability to run ads on your channel, and or you finally get the ability to have your channel partnered with a new network. For example, Machinima, Curse, what's the other one? Full Screen.
Well, most MCNs, and I'm actually glad that I looked into this. Most MCNs won't even allow you to partner until you've got a very high amount of views and subs. They have no interest in you unless you're bringing in the views, and typically, that's what will, that's what's going to enable you to have ads anyways in the first place. This is all very climb the ladder, get rewarded, make the right choices, stick with them. Well, don't stick with them forever, obviously. Times change.
They all now have to have all this stuff done behind the scenes first.
It's not behind the scenes.
Channel. This is brand spanking new.
No, it's not.
The partnership network that I am now attempting to partner with didn't know anything about this.
Whoa! Who is this network? I asked him this last time. He's very tight-lipped about this. Usually he will say exactly who it is. He was very eager to talk about Curse once he left Machinima. So why are we keeping our lips sealed? Eh?
No one. They just literally rolled it out and told no one. Again, yes, they've done this ever since I started on YouTube. They make changes without telling anyone about them, and we all have to figure it out for ourselves.
Well,
okay. So
that's because they're hosting your videos. They can do what they want.
Gaming or KO Gaming? Well, I was partnered with Curse Network, and they were running ads and everything was fine.
Right,
YouTube made this new change behind the scenes, okay, not telling anybody. And so my new network said, okay, we'll disassociate your channels. Ask that Curse release DSP Gaming and KO Gaming from those channels so we can partner you, and we're going to put you into managed partnerships. That's the reason I'm leaving Curse and I'm going to a new network. So I did that. Curse released me this morning. I went to go into to my channel to say, okay, is it released? And it says, oh, you cannot get partnered with anyone. You cannot run ads until you do these criteria first. And I'm looking at it like, what? So I went to my new network and they confirmed. They said, yeah, we can't partner you.
How is he not?
Those new steps first.
How is he not meeting this criteria?
You have to do to enable monetization before you can even be partnered with someone. So first of all, I have 10,000 views on both of those channels. That criteria is satisfied.
Well, no shit.
I had to accept the terms and conditions of monetization. That I did. The second step is have a Google AdSense account associated with your channel.
Oh, he doesn't have one, does he?
There's a problem here, folks. You can only legally own one Google AdSense account. Period.
No.
You can only own one. You can't have more than one AdSense account.
He can't get Google AdSense. Isn't he banned from that? From the past? Didn't his past mistakes basically come back to haunt him here? Or all right,
no,
sorry, keep talking, Phil.
The terms and conditions of Google. So I was doing this, and I did it both for DSP Gaming and for KO Gaming. First, I did it for DSP Gaming. I said, create a new Google AdSense account for DSP Gaming and associated with it. Filled out all the appropriate info, okay? Submitted it, all right? And then it went down, and YouTube said, okay, your account is now ready for for our review. We'll review it within 1 week, and we'll get back to you to let you know if you're approved or not, okay? I went to KO Gaming behind the scenes. And I did all this stuff, 10,000 views, check, accepted the terms and conditions, check. I applied for a Google AdSense account for KO Gaming. Put all that information in there, okay?
Well, you don't have to re-enter the information. If it's only the way that he claims it is, if it's only one AdSense account, then it should be basically, hey, here are the channels that I have. I haven't done this recently, granted, but it shouldn't be. He's making it sound like it's way more work than it is.
Okay, all right, you submitted, now we'll review it, all right? So, I was out today doing stuff. Today was my day off from streaming.
Oh, that's right.
Doing personal stuff.
It was
I
Monday.
Get an email, and the email says...
Pull it up.
I'm going to read it to you.
Preparation.
Here it is.
P-R-E.
Thank you for your interest in Google AdSense. While reviewing your application, we noticed that you already have an account with the information that matches the account you're trying to create here, and that AdSense is associated with KO Gaming. Since our AdSense program policies do not permit multiple accounts, we're unable to accept your new application at this time. And that's it. That's the email. So basically, I got an email at DSP Gaming telling me I can't associate DSP Gaming with an AdSense account because I tried to create an account and there's already one associated with KO Gaming.
Oh, he must have fucked up somehow.
I tried to create the account for DSP Gaming first, and I double-checked. Yeah, I tried to create that account a half an hour, 30 minutes, before I tried to do the account for KO Gaming.
30 minutes.
So
what did you do in that
mean?
30 minutes there, Phil?
System for approving AdSense account
That
is
probably
broken.
takes him less than
AdSense
30
account
minutes.
Itself is broken.
30 seconds.
It took longer for an account that I tried to create before another account to be approved or reviewed. It makes no fucking sense at all. 0 cents, okay?
No, it doesn't make 0 sense. That's them trying to prevent you from fraud, effectively. Or at least it's what it sounds like. We're only going to get half the story here. If you're digging into making an AdSense account, it would make sense that you could... Well, I don't know. That's a good question. But you would think that you'd be able to have multiple channels based on one AdSense account. I think he must have just fucked up somewhere. But it's not his fault. It's not his fault. I'm going to do a little bit more research into this, and if I fuck up, obviously, I'll say something in the next video. I think every video is going to have like a 3-minute addendum at the front of each one if I keep going at this rate. Me saying, oh, I learned this and this and this. But that's how you learn. You make mistakes, you own up to them, and you correct them in the future. But unfortunately, I don't have the gift of DSP to never do anything wrong. He must have typed in something wrong, or he must have been trying to... Because with Google, you can probably associate, and I know you can associate multiple accounts or emails and even YouTube channels to one email. This is my third or fourth YouTube channel, and they're not all linked to the same email, but I can have them as backups. And because that happened, they asked me if these were all linked together at one point in time. And so they're all essentially affiliated with one email account. I wonder if his email is not the same for KO Gaming as it is for DSP Gaming. There must be an issue there with the ad account, because if you have a Google account, you must be able to link it to, multiple YouTube channels. Back when Google Plus became a thing, you were able to decide which of your channels was able to be affiliated with whatever email address, and then you could change your name and you could do all this other stuff, whatever. But there's got to be a way to link multiple YouTube channels to one email account. And I think he must have neglected it, or he's trying to keep it all separate, because if you remember, when KO Gaming came out, that had to be separate. It had to be completely different. No one needed to know that Phil was affiliated with it, even though he leaked the information early, and that wasn't his fault. He had to get it signed with Machinima, and they monetized it, and they went through everything, even though he had no content on it. And then he started saying, "Oh, Phil here, everyone," and everybody knew it was him. But he must have. Well, I won't say must. I don't know. And if I'm fucking shit up, I'm going to go back up and research it after this. I'm doing this blind. But he must have set everything separately aside, and that's why KO Gaming procced on their AdSense detector quickly, as opposed to DSP Gaming, even though he did it later. There's got to be a time frame or email mismatch, and they think he's trying to fleece the system for more money, or trying to scam someone out of saying, "Oh, this is my channel." So this is a fail-safe for people getting scammed, it sounds like. And it could be something that could actually be easily resolved with a little bit of research. Anyways, I'm done talking. Keep going, Phil.
Sure enough, when I got home from my day out, I'm like, what happened here? So I start looking into it. I go to KO Gaming.
Hold up. A day out or a day off? I thought your days off were intended to be spent with Leanna, or did you go on a date or whatever? I don't mean to nitpick that, but sometimes you can find these things in the speech. A day out or a day off, you never know. I mean, he probably got personal stuff done because he's got to get chores done, and he's got to, whatever. But, day out, day off. What do you do with your Mondays? I know what I do with my Mondays.
KO Gaming now says it has an AdSense account approved and associated with it, so now that's going to final review with YouTube, and within a week I should have an answer from YouTube whether or not I can run ads and partner with my new network or not. Of course, the answer is going to be yes. Everything on KO Gaming is just edited style, reviews and stuff. There's nothing on that channel that could be associated and be seen as not, advertiser friendly or anything like that. That channel's going to get approved no matter what.
Well, you never know.
When I go to
you never know, and this has been the big controversy. I can't speak. I apologize. I'm less coherent this time around. But here's the deal. That's been a controversy for quite a while now. What is advertiser friendly and what's not? And it's kind of bogus when you look into it. They can kind of shrug it off like, well, you might have mentioned a politician. Well, that could defy our political... they could make these big issues. They could take any little bit or piece that you say, oh, he talked about Trump or he talked about Hillary. That's political. Yeah, that's got to be a problem. Or he could have talked about anything going on in the game, and they could have combed it over and said, well, maybe he's talking about, turmoil and, well, there's natural disasters, I believe, is on the... Natural disasters is on the advertiser unfriendly thing. So you're not apparently supposed to profit off of these people who have been through natural disasters, which makes sense. But that could be so vaguely interpreted that if you're talking about Typhoon Pierre down in Louisiana and it's part of a video game, whatever, they could interpret it as this is you trying to get an extra buck off of people trying to survive this hurricane. It makes, it's loose. It's loose for a reason. because you got to have these vague terms in order to really, and you have to go up to bat against YouTube and Google in order to really defend yourself. That's hard to do. But these advertiser unfriendly terms can be anything. There are a couple that are very clearly like you can't, have violence, gore, and, obviously there's issues with things that are very racially charged or basically incendiary. And you never know, though. This ties back into this being a volatile market and the issues that you're going to have to face. Anyone from staff, any of the YouTube heroes can watch your video and say, I don't like this. Yeah.
DSP Gaming, and it says, your channel has been denied for monetization because you do not have a valid AdSense account associated with it, and the one that you tried to create was denied. Oh my God. I'm just like, you got to be kidding me, right?
Yeah, you can't go
so
1 week without money.
Probably going to get approved, and DSP Gaming now is being denied. The one channel that has all the following, the one that gets all the views on all the gameplay videos, right? The channel that everyone knows is the go-to channel for my playthroughs is not going to have any ads, and I can't make videos for it anymore.
You goofed.
But you're going to approve the new channel that was supposed to be for edited content.
Well, that's because... Correct me if I'm wrong. All right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the point of KO Gaming was to advertise to, that lowest common denominator reviewer. It's got to be... It's what people like. They like that quick, that snappy edited content. They like it, they like it quick and dirty. We got to make this channel. Well, if you're actually putting in the effort and that's the case, then aren't you paying the piper for that? Really, honestly. No wonder it got approved because it's like what is conducive to make money on the website. This is a racket. YouTube's a racket. Your bottom line is your dollar. It really is. It's all about making money from advertisers, and advertisers want to put their ads on videos that are non-offensive and bring in lots of views. Simple. I didn't have to do any research for that. But if he thought that KO Gaming was intended to be snappy, this is what the lowest common denominator viewer wants, then why is he surprised? Other than the fact that he must have fucked up something in applying for AdSense, or he must have had some stigma tied to his channel, which DSP Gaming's been around forever, and there must have been some issue. So either A, he goofed up himself, which he's not going to admit. He said at the beginning it's not his fault. Or B, he was denied AdSense on that channel, and now he's trying to pawn that off as, oh my God, they approved this channel but not the other? What the fuck? This isn't my fault. If there's a third option, I don't know what it is, but it's got to be one or the other. Either he fucked up or he's basically paying the piper for his past issues. 7 minutes in. Let's keep going.
And I'm like, you gotta be joking. This is insane. This is insanity at this point. Like, what the hell?
It's Crash Bandicoot Twinsanity.
I said, all right, maybe I can fix this. Let me take a look. So I looked into it.
No, you didn't.
What can I do? It actually says, all right, when you go to redo this process to relink it to an AdSense account, it says, okay, you don't have to create a new AdSense account for DSP Gaming. You can link it to an existing one.
Right. This is what I said earlier. Oh my God, so I wasn't wrong. This is what I said earlier on. You can link it to other... God damn it. Wow, it took... You gotta be fucking kidding me. This is insanity. This is... Oh my God. You can link things to... I didn't know that. Nobody told me that. I had to look into it. I had to really dive deep. I had to make sure that I could actually do this. Oh my fucking God, guys.
Therefore, you'll have multiple YouTube channels.
Yeah, no shit.
Linked to the same AdSense account. That's what I want to do, right? So I put in the information. I want to link this to the KO Gaming AdSense that's working. It's approved.
I don't know if that's a slip up. I've been stuttering and slurring left and right here in this fucking video, but goddamn. I feel like he's doing a little under the table 3-card money. He's gonna pull the Queen of Hearts out of there and slide in another Jack of Spades. I'm gonna listen carefully to you, Philium.
Approved now. I put all the information in. I submit it. Okay. Now the screen changes. The screen now says, "Okay, so you're not denied anymore."
The screen changes because when you type in and you press submit, sometimes the screen doesn't change. Sometimes it stays there for like 5 seconds and you go, "Oh my God, dude, what the fuck? I gotta wait here? When is the screen gonna change?" Sorry.
Now back under review, okay?
Oh,
When I
okay.
go to say, okay, what AdSense account is DSP Gaming associated with? It doesn't show the data for KO Gaming. It shows the old data from the account I tried to make this morning that was denied. And I'm like, this is insane. So not only is YouTube requiring that if you're going to have partnership, even with a network, that you need to have a personal AdSense account, which makes no sense because you're never going to use it.
No, it does make sense. It makes a lot of sense because MCNs are going to look for people who are already making that scratch off of their YouTube videos. How does that not make sense? Oh, my God. If you can enable AdSense on your videos, partnership networks will come and find you. I'm going to tell a brief story here because I actually know a little bit about this. It's a couple of years ago. I started my 3rd channel. I disassociated it with everything, and I made, well, not really much of anything. The views were low. It was shit. It was, not to get political or religious because I'm sure this video will get demonetized. It was basically one of those troglodyte fucking atheism channels, right? So I sit on a chair, I'd have a drink, and I'd be like, "Oh, religious people are so stupid." And it brought in the views. But it was all original content. I wasn't reacting to videos. I might read a thing here or there, but it was original content. And a partnership came and found me as soon as I was done. I'm not going to say what their name was, but they sought me out because I had enabled Google AdSense. They saw that, there's money to be made. Because, again, your bottom line is the bottom dollar. And I did nothing with the channel. I didn't do a partnership. I didn't do anything with it. I just let it go because I grew up a little bit, and I realized that there's enough oversaturation of those kind of videos. There's enough oversaturation of these kind of videos, I'll be honest with you. But, goddamn, it was not hard for me to have a network approach me after I had AdSense enabled on that. And I was making just the bare minimum of views. It's maybe like 1,000 per video and whatever. But these networks will come and seek you out. They will find you if you have Google AdSense enabled. And I'm sure things change. This was a couple of years ago. But times change, and you have to either learn how they change or flounder. And obviously, if the first word of your video is alert in all caps, well, I mean, he's doing great. Nothing is his fault, so obviously.
Right? You're going to be linked with a network. It's their AdSense account that needs to be approved, not yours. So that step is completely and utterly broken. It shouldn't be.
No, it's not. They need to know they're an investor. MCNs are an investor. I didn't even have to dig today to figure that out. They're investing in a person and a product. That's why MCNs will offer you, if you ask them nicely and you're making them money, partnership in getting you games. Oh, I don't know, sending you out to conventions, having you work your ass off in fucking E3 and cover a video game. That's history, but that's how they are. They're an investor. They see your product and they realize there's money to be made.
Be like that. That's number one. Number two, if you have more than one YouTube channel like me, you have to find a way to link one AdSense account to all of them, but YouTube's process to do that is completely broken.
It's not if you're it's not if you're starting from the ground floor, or if you took the time to actually figure out how to do that. Obviously, this guy has never really managed his own AdSense or looked into how it works. And that's his downfall. He probably just tried to get through the paperwork as quickly as possible. Paperwork. He did it on his computer, and then the screen changed. Oh my God. And I'm not going to let that go. I'm going to be laughing about this later. He never looked into any of this shit because he was always partnered with Machinima. And now that he's actually got to do stuff on his own, because he was so willing to drop ship and then join Curse, and then a week or two later, he was bashing Machinima. You got to understand what you're doing there, Philly boy. You can't just breeze through this shit and expect it to be okay. He must have fucked up something, somehow, some way. Or he didn't read it, or he did it in the wrong order, or he did... Again, it's not hard if you put in the time.
To create an
but he doesn't have time.
There's no way to ever...
Money, he didn't have time on his day off because it was his day out. That is why I remember shit like this. He must have not looked at anything on Monday because it was day out. He went out with Leanna, or he went out and did something different other than being like, hey, I'm not going to stream. I'm not going to do anything, but I'm kind of in a tumultuous place. You mind if I take 15 minutes on my phone, because he's so fond of having his phone there on video, to look up what it is I need to do in order to switch over to a new MCN or deal with monetization? No, it was his day out. You can't look at the business. You can't take 5 seconds. I've answered fucking emails on my day off, work emails. When you are an entertainer and you're in this industry, sometimes you do. You got to drop shit. You can't be off the clock permanently. You do have to field calls or field emails or do the research or the legwork on your day off. If it were a labor of love like he claims it is, this would not be an issue. You don't have to be a dick about it either to your girlfriend, fiance. You have to take the time and you have to say, this is my security. This is what I depend on. I need to do a little bit of work. I apologize. It's my day off, day out, but give me a second. I want to make sure everything's square.
Associate that AdSense with it. There's no link. Disassociate AdSense from this channel and start over. Nothing. It just seems to be permanently linked. Even when I went through the steps to link this AdSense account from KO Gaming that works, it didn't work, and it still shows as like it's the old one that's not going to work. Now, more than likely what's going to happen is overnight or within 24 hours, I'm going to get another automated email through DSP Gaming. It's going to say the same thing. It's going to say, oh, you're still associated with an account that doesn't work. Uh-huh. Okay? And I'm probably going to get denied again. So I did two things.
Wait a minute now. This video came out on yesterday? Yesterday? When did this come out? Tuesday? May 1st. Okay. Yeah. This is 2 days ago. I'm late to the party. I'm late to the fucking party. But he's already saying this is crisis mode, though he doesn't have that email yet? You can't wait another 24 hours and deal with it? I understand this is your job, but, well, no, this guy doesn't have any savings. He doesn't have anything to fall back on when shit like this happens in a volatile market, like you do when you're a savvy person. You keep, some money squirreled away in times of crisis. Whatever. Onwards.
The first thing I did, I wrote my partnership network, the new one, and I said, listen,
the new one. Why is he so tight-lipped about this? Why did he turn into Johnny Tight-Lips? I gotta know. This is driving me insane. He's not gonna mention who this is. Oh, he's looking at his phone too. Oh God, slip up. Tell us who it is.
At this point, I seriously don't know what to do because I can't do anything on my end. And if this denies,
wait, so nothing came of it? He wrote his
one. I can't do you link to an existing one. I'm stuck with DSP Gaming linked to a denied AdSense account.
Whoops.
So I can't get to the next step to get it approved for monetization.
Whoops.
So you can link it. Is there anything that you can do on your end? All right. At the same time I did that, I wrote an email because a lot of people don't know this. For YouTube channels that have over 100,000 subscribers and get over 100,000 view hours in a year, there is an email address that you can write to that actually has direct support for YouTubers. Only ones who have that much. You have to have 100,000 subs and 100.
Oh. So, did you spam that when you were having issues before? Were you constantly emailing YouTube before or no? Or is this like a last, like it's a button that you need those two people to put a key in either slot, and both people have to turn the key, and then it opens up this glass panel, and under it is a button that says directly email YouTube, and then you can slam it? Or this seems like something you should not be talking about. I've never heard anyone talk about this before. This is the first I know about this, that there's a panic button if you have enough subscribers, if you have enough pull. God, I'm only halfway fucking through this.
100,000 viewing hours in 1 year, they actually have a line that you can write and ask a question, and they're supposed to help you, all right?
They're supposed to.
The problem with this is that I tried this 2 months ago. If you remember correctly, 2 months ago, I was having issues with my ad revenue, absolutely plummeting.
Right.
And I didn't understand why my ad revenue
Right, so
was
you
plummeting.
emailed everyone. You got Machinima pissed because you were sending all these emails to Machinima, and I'm sure you pulled the little key out of your... It's probably... He's got a key on his little Guido chain, I'm sure. He pulls it out and plugs it into his little console. It's right over here. He's probably got a little console over there. And it flips up the little hatch, and that button's under there, and it says email YouTube. Now, it doesn't even... It's got the little YouTube logo on it, and you can spank that button.
And I wrote them asking them, could this be a mistake? Is there a reason? Can you help me?
No, they can't. No one can help you.
And they
You're beyond
literally
help.
just beat it around the bush and didn't give me any kind of a definitive answer
They
whatsoever.
beat it around the bush. That would mean that they had to send you back a bunch of random nonsense.
They just bullshit answer after bullshit answer without actually answering the question I had asked them.
Yeah, it's some oh god, it's probably some poor unpaid intern at YouTube who gets this email. I bet the email address is johnnynopay@youtube.com.
2 times ever that I wrote that email address. I got
2
the same
times
kind of
ever.
deal where I wasn't getting a definitive answer. I was getting, oh, here's a form letter that is the process. I'm like, but no, I'm having a problem with that process. I need help with it. Oh, well, maybe this FAQ will help you. No, I used that FAQ to do that.
Call it
already.
an FAQ, for God fucking sakes. Frequently asked questions. Don't call it a FAQ. FAQ you.
And the process still doesn't work. That's why I need help. And then they won't answer you, basically. They won't give you help. So at this point, I wrote an email to this creator support email address, and I said...
So this is the third time. So the first time was, here's what's going on, and they sent him back a thing. And then the second time was like, no, that didn't help me at all. And then he got another response, and he probably was like, fuck this. I got to write 2 emails. Fuck this. And so this must be the third time. The coveted trinity.
Situation, and I said, what I need you to do...
What I need you to do. Oh, poor Johnny No Pay is sitting there at his desk like, oh, I know this guy's threatening me.
Apparently, is disassociate this broken AdSense account that was denied and associate DSP Gaming with the working AdSense account that KO Gaming is associated with. So we'll have 2 channels associated with the same account,
right?
Which, by the way, will never be used because I'm trying to link the goddamn channels to a partner network. So as soon as that happens, they're going to be delinked anyway, and none of this matters. Am I expecting to get any kind of an intelligent answer or help? No.
Oh, no.
I am screwed, everyone.
Johnny No Pay. I'm pulling for you, son. God, you could type up a novel in your little internship. You could send him back all of the boilerplate that he's demanding and just say, sorry, we're just trying to protect people from fleecing our system. We need to make sure our money's going to people who are worthwhile. Is that an intelligent answer? No.
Because here's the deal. Yes, I have been making new kinds of gameplay videos that are much more catered towards interaction with people on Twitch. We all know that. People say my gameplay videos are better.
Okay. Brief aside. I don't want to do too many of these because I'm only one man. I don't think I can take this much longer. YouTube probably doesn't give a flying fuck about Twitch. They probably understand that it's a competitor in a broadcast service. But if you're going to YouTube and saying, I'm a Twitch streamer and I use your service to upload bits and pieces of my videos from my streams, do you think they give a rat's ass about Twitch? Do you think that matters? Like, what, you trying to come off as like a big shot on Twitch? Or I don't think they give one flying fuck of whether or not you're on Twitch. Other than to get more shekels, but fucking whatever.
now that I'm doing videos that are for Twitch, okay? Because yes, the stream interaction can be distracting from the gameplay, but seeing the reactions that I have, I'm more positive about the games and everything that I'm playing. It's turning into something much better.
Oh yeah, I realize that it's an inconvenience that I upload footage from Twitch to YouTube, but I'm more positive. I'm having fun. You can't see the stream chat on the YouTube videos.
Like the original days when I used
maybe
to
you
make
can.
these
I don't know.
videos
I don't
and
watch any of this
reinvigorate
garbage.
again, and they want to see this continue. They want this attitude to continue. So I'm loving the changes that I've made.
But I'm sure that it's all. All right, I'm a man of my word. I'll go watch some of his current videos. I think I watched part of Breath of the Wild. I don't remember if you could see stream chat or not in his videos. I would assume that you can't. I don't know. It's probably terrible, though. I mean, I hate it when you can see stream chat and you're watching a video and there's breaks in the flow. Like, if you're actually watching a gameplay video and there's pauses where they got to stop and they got to either type into stream or whatever, that bothers me. It's not my deal. Some people just don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't get into the way of the game. But to me, if that's there and the chat is there, it's like, I don't feel like I'm gaining anything. The chat's only important if it's alive. That's my 2 cents. Whether you agree with it or not, that's your opinion. If his stream chat's in the videos that he puts out, great, good for him. That probably makes it slightly more interesting. If it's not, that makes it way worse. And I will watch one of his videos after this is done and see if stream chat is visible.
The bottom line is about half of the money that I make during a month is from YouTube. Yes, even though I know I'm not making those YouTube videos playthroughs anymore where I'm hyper-focused on the game and I'm ignoring stream chat. I'm not doing that anymore for the most part.
Well, what's wrong with that?
That money from YouTube view ad revenue is my lifeblood. It's half my paycheck.
Oh.
Without that, I can't pay my bills. All right.
Oh, I thought it was. Correct me if I'm wrong. Not to be a lawyer here, but I thought Patreon was what you used to pay your bills. I thought all of the money from Patreon had to go to bills. And if you remember from his computer bait and switch Patreon shenanigans, he explicitly said, if I don't make my Patreon goal, then I can't pay my bills. And if I'm going to get a new computer or a new 4K TV or a PlayStation Pro, then, it's got to be on top of what's already here. It's got to be this excess. Otherwise, I can't pay my bills. So is it YouTube that pays your bills, or is it Patreon that pays your bills? How many bills do you have?
I don't know what to do. Because I
don't know what to do either.
Able to fix this. I don't know.
I've got to piss, and I'm going to stop frequently
contacts within YouTube
in this video.
Be able to fix this. It seems to me YouTube implemented a completely new system.
I'm not getting
to
up.
Review channels for monetization approval because they got in so much hot water.
That's not why. That's not why. There was always some sort of process you had to go through in order to get monetization.
Because they were giving ads to
or some sort of baseline of views that you had, or some cutoff. That's nonsense. It makes sense. It's an investment.
They were giving ads to terrorists and racists and
terrorists and
racists,
racists,
sex and videos that were about politics to the far left or far right that these companies didn't want to be associated with, and therefore they pulled the plug. So YouTube did a knee-jerk reaction instead of actually thinking, let's just implement something really quickly to get video channels approved.
No, they they did think. They thought about their bottom line. They thought about their dollar. They didn't think. I love how he does the two. I'm not going to go back. I don't think I can afford to go back. There's another 10 fucking minutes of this. Oh, but he put his 2 fingers up to the temple. They didn't think, as if they have like ESP, like I'm reading your mind.
This manual approval process, but it has to have AdSense linked to it, which makes no sense if you're going with a partnership network. All right. So
how does it? It's cause and effect. It is. Most MCNs will not seek you out unless you're already making money. So it's naturally there that you have an AdSense account. I had to make an AdSense account, and then I got approved. I linked it to this channel, which has AdSense enabled on it. I've made nothing, but I don't give a flying fuck. I can continue to make nothing and be happy with myself. Oh, dear God.
guys and gals, this is simple. Number one, I can't upload gameplay videos to DSP Gaming or KO Gaming until these channels get approved and have ads enabled.
They won't have a reprieve from sewage onto YouTube.
Okay, that's my money right there, and I can't just release everything for free and then go out of business. So any gameplay that I'm doing until this issue is resolved.
Wouldn't it make more sense to continue to upload? And is he saying that he would just pull the plug entirely until he knows he's making money? Wouldn't it make more sense to continue to upload videos and there'll still be a runoff of views that will come up with them later on once you've got this settled? Is he actually going to pull the plug until he's guaranteed money? Wouldn't you want to keep going at whatever rate you're at? Oh, dear God.
Is going to be exclusively on Twitch TV. All right.
He is. So he's only going to Twitch.
I'm still going to have live streams. And what I'll do is I'll archive those live streams on Twitch. For those who want to go over there and check out those live streams, you can still be caught up on all my playthroughs and everything.
Oh, it's so great. I love watching live streams like days after.
It's all in the hands of YouTube, and we all already know they're inept at what they do. They
don't
know how to handle these situations. And chances are I'm not going to get any satisfactory answer from the customer support line, and I don't know if my new partnership network is going to be able to help me with this issue. It seems like a technical oversight.
If only you told us who they were, then we could research it. Yeah, point at those temples again.
They are book smart, not street smart. They were great. They wrote the code for the new process, right?
No, they are street smart. They're protecting their dosh.
Associated with it, have a process to review the channel.
Isn't that what gangbangers always do? Make money. Don't get into hot water. Avoid garbage.
All this information that's required to get into the review process, but then no one fucking tested it to see what would happen if something went wrong or someone got declined for an AdSense. Now you can't disassociate it.
How are they going to test it other than what they? No one tested it. I mean, I'm a guinea pig, but no one tested it.
We would think as like a tester, I have to test this program before I make it go live, right? Because this could potentially not work, and then people would be screwed. Why would YouTube do that? No, they never do that. They just rush everything out new and a knee-jerk reaction to something that went wrong.
You're gonna get banned.
They don't test it. They don't, and it's us. We're the guinea pigs.
Oh my God! I have not watched this. I can't stress that enough. I have not watched this. Oh my God, he actually said that. Holy fuck.
Pigs, all right? So, folks.
Go eat your pellets, Phil.
It's just not looking good in regards to DSP.
You know what's behind that soundproof foam is one of those big-ass bottles.
The good news is,
strapped to the wall.
Very good March and very good April.
How dare you slander guinea pigs? You have nothing in common with them. They're fine animals.
Where it looks like the money that I raised in those months, I'm going to be getting paid for that come May and June here, okay?
Oh, so you're fine.
I've already got one day in May. I've made no revenue on YouTube because of this.
Oh, no.
How many more days is it going to be?
No.
You know what I mean?
You mean you're going to miss out on like a couple $100s? I thought a couple $100s can make a difference on Patreon. Well, that's what you're going to ask now, I'm sure, for a couple $100s to.
If I get KO Gaming back, like let's say KO Gaming it gets approved.
I thought they were monetized already.
This new, partnership. And it was
I thought that was the issue, was that DSP Gaming wasn't monetized.
Do I start uploading gameplay videos there?
No. You will lose your audience.
The money. The problem is, I know I don't get any of that viewership for raw gameplay videos on KO Gaming. That might make people unsubscribe from KO Gaming.
No shit.
They only subscribe there to see the edited.
It's your one stop. How does the trailer go? It's your one-stop shop for edited content.
Videos, right?
If you want the raw, unedited footage, head on over to DSP Gaming and King. I don't know if he talked about King of Hate vlogs on KO Gaming. I don't. I'm trying to quote his old channel trailer where he talked about, if you like the raw, unedited content, head on over to DSP Gaming. If you like the more montage style videos, this is your one-stop shop, your source. He's gonna fucking dump toxic waste into a fucking geyser. No, it's not even that good. He's gonna dump toxic waste into a water fountain.
They're unsubbed, and that could destroy the channel. Plus, I know, like I said, I'm not going to get that mainstream viewership on DSP Gaming that I get for those videos. I'm not going to get that right away on KO.
Remember when...
Right away.
I'm going to let him talk.
And a lot of people don't even pay attention. They'll come back
I
later.
I can't believe just
upload any
what, a year
videos.
ago when KO gaming was first a thing, whenever that was.
So I'm
Remember
doing
how he
this
wanted to
regardless. I really don't know what to
disassociate
do
it
right
from
now.
his stigma
Everything's up in the air
of
yet again and
DSP,
uncertain because
and now
YouTube
it's very
screwed up
clear that
again
it's
and screwed me
it's
over
beyond a certain.
again.
He's trying to. He's not only is he. I didn't want to stop you, Phil. You gotta talk. You gotta keep talking, but you're just gonna say more stuff that's gonna set me off. Initially, it was to get away from the stigma, to get away from the DSP, to get away from the detractors. And now he's taking this video and saying, oh, I'm trying to link this together on the same Google AdSense account. Because it comes down to the bottom line. It comes down to the fucking shekels.
You can blame me for this one. I have no idea. This is their own coding issue that has fucked me. That is like a direct.
I gotta get up. I gotta get. I cannot listen to this guy.
Doesn't work. Well, you fucked me over. Thanks, whoever that was at Google. I really appreciate.
Johnny No Pay. Oh no. Oh no. He's the best intern. I had high hopes for him, but Phil's gonna get him fired for this. Oh. Take a moment of silence here for poor Johnny No Pay. Working hard at Google, working hard at YouTube. He's the one that you can contact when you have 100,000 subs on YouTube. Phil is never going to get one of those plaques. He's never going to get one of those subscriber plaques. I forget what the cutoff is. It's fucking terrible. It's like 1 million subscribers for one of those plaques. I bet Johnny No Pay takes his poor, just carpal tunneled hands from sitting there typing responses back to Phil, and he chisels those plaques himself. The gold and the platinum plaques. I forget what the cutoffs are. I know they exist. I know YouTube will send you a fucking plaque if you have enough subscribers. Wouldn't that look good right there between the foam and the light switch? Just a YouTube plaque, golden YouTube or platinum, double platinum. Phil, you're on the right track here, my friend. You're gonna get that double platinum YouTube plaque. You're gonna be the first one with 10 billion subs. The way you keep on crashing and burning.
Your expertise and your Ivy League degree that you probably have.
Johnny No Pay went to community college.
Idiot, and you didn't do your fucking job.
Oh my God! Could you imagine him directly talking to someone on staff who's just like there to answer email, just a cubicle fucking worker? He's like, "Well, you got your Ivy League degree, and you're working so fucking hard, aren't you?" He would never do it though. I bet some pimply little, shriveled up, carpal tunneled out intern could beat his ass. He's got the gout, so well, he doesn't have gout anymore. Sorry.
The price, hundreds of dollars a day. I'm losing now, not making any
hundreds
money.
of dollars a day, but you can make back $100 in a day on Patreon by doing videos like this. You're fine
on DSP Gaming. And again, if this goes on a lengthy time, I don't know what to do. All right, I appeal to you, the viewers. Number one, if you can at all show up for my live streams.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Can tip.
I have a job.
Cheer, sub to the
tip. Did I miss out on this fucking memo? Did they change it from bits to tip? Or is this just him really showing his cash grabbing side? It's not bits anymore. It's a tip. You're giving me a tip because you love what I do. Oh, he's got his hat out. He's holding his hat. He's holding the jar. He doesn't even have enough seed money in there. He's got like an old Canadian quarter in there. He's like, this is a tip jar. Why don't you put something in it?
Channel, which is twitch.tv/darksidephil.
Did they change it from bits to tips? I got to research that too. I'm typing shit up for me to look at
fucking works,
later on.
And I haven't had an issue with it. You know what I mean?
Number one, watch Phil's content to see if stream chat is there. Number two, see if Twitch changed.
Away from YouTube, it's almost like their own ineptitude in a way is going to screw YouTube over. Because how many people are going to leave YouTube and say we're not putting up with this bullshit anymore? Why didn't they just close? There was a new process behind the scenes to even get linked to a partnership network.
They don't have to do that. They don't have to do that. They're hosting your videos. If you want to make money off them, well, then you better jump through all the hoops. No matter what they are and how they change.
No sense. They don't disclose anything because they're not smart. David,
they're not smart.
An idiot. I don't know how else to describe it. How do you do it like this? It's just
Johnny No Pay.
It makes no sense.
From Harvard, and he's an idiot.
I don't know. So if you can, please attend my streams. Please do everything you can to support right now because I don't know what else to do. All right, I really don't. I don't know what else I can.
Do you ever know what to do?
If KO Gaming does get approved, at least as a last resort,
I thought it was
DSP
approved.
Gaming
Oh my god, I'm not going to watch this back.
Can't be
I thought that was the point, was that he had the AdSense account approved and he was trying to link DSP Gaming to it. Whatever.
Maybe I can upload my raw gameplay videos to KO Gaming.
Do not do that.
Use KO Gaming as the channel moving forward, and DSP Gaming.
I don't think KO Gaming is moving forward. I think he lost his opportunity. He had his Homefront review that got 1 million views and doop-a-doo. I'm making the big money from that. Ooh-hoo. And then he went on vacation. This is common knowledge. And then he dropped the ball. He let it go. You know what? Yeah, start uploading your raw content to KO Gaming. Alienate the people who came for edited content. Just fucking fuck them. They went there because they don't want their sub box spammed. Well, fuck them. Just spam their sub box anyways. He needs the money.
Sadly, becomes an archive channel because I can never monetize it because they screwed it the fuck up. I don't know.
An archive channel. The annals of DSP.
This sucks. This really freaking sucks, guys.
It doesn't just fucking suck. It freaking sucks.
Thing. I've got playthroughs going on that were non-streamed, meaning they were playthroughs that were meant to be just ongoing playthroughs.
So you're never going to upload them
YouTube.
until you get money.
For example, Danganronpa, which I was going to continue tomorrow.
Oh,
I
man.
can't upload those videos to YouTube. You know? So what I'm thinking of
He can. It's out of his hands. He literally cannot do it. Except that he can. He just has to hope that the monetization comes back. But he won't do it because it's not guaranteed money. Dear fucking God. If he uploads this shit. I know I'm late to this party. I'm going to go and see after this is done, and I will report later on. This fucking guy.
Doing, because tomorrow I was going to play the Neo DLC, which is Dragon of the North.
Oh, I remember this.
Stream, which was going to be at 11 a.m. And then later in the day, I was going to do a session of Danganronpa offline, completely off stream, and just upload that to DSP Gaming.
Why don't you just do it on Twitch?
All that's screwed up now. So what I'm going to do, I'm still going to stream Neo, and if nothing gets resolved with DSP Gaming during the course of tomorrow, I'm going to live stream Danganronpa tomorrow night on Twitch. I'm going to have the stream chat closed. I'm going to disable pop-up messages during the stream, and I'm going to put the chat into sub-only mode.
No, why would you do that? Oh, I get it. He wants it to be like his regular playthrough. But here I am, desperate for money. I'm going to stream it. But if you're not subbed to me, well, get fucked. And then I'll just upload it later once I... Oh, God. That's the wrong way to do it. He said earlier in this video that he wants to move more towards Twitch anyways, or maybe he could move more towards Twitch if he's not going to make the YouTube money. I don't know. But if this is really such a big issue that he's making it out to be, it could be something that could be resolved in the next couple days, and it probably will be. So he misses out on like 3 or 4 days of YouTube ad revenue. Sucks. Sometimes you got to bite the bullet if you fucking type in your, information wrong on the AdSense account. But why wouldn't you take this as an opportunity to say, hey, I fucked up, so I'm going to give back to you, my stream, the people who have been so kind to me on Twitch. We're going to just keep on streaming there. We're going to do Danganronpa. We're going to have some fun. No. He's going to disable the chat to make it sub-only. He's not going to look at stream chat, so that way it's homogenized with his playthrough. You got to roll with the punches. You can't stick on the warpath sometimes. You got to be flexible.
I have to do it because you know what happens with these narrative-based games? There will be assholes coming in trying to spoil. So I apologize to anyone who may attend the stream. Oh, man, I wanted to participate and I wanted to talk with people. I might have to turn it into sub-only mode tomorrow night.
Oh, you might have to.
Issue, okay? I don't know what else to do. I just don't. I don't know what else to do to avoid it. And moving forward, Wednesday was also going to be Neo and Danganronpa. Again, if DSP Gaming isn't fixed,
I think even if someone comes in and spoils the whole plot, the people who are there for you, get it right, Phil. They're not there necessarily for the game. They're there for you. If people come in and spoil, you got to roll with that. All right? If they're going to dump spoilers in, you get a mod to ban them immediately. I can't imagine someone would come in and type out the entire fucking plot to Danganronpa without being able to get banned. Why would you instinctively turn it to sub mode? Nonsense.
I have to be exclusively on Twitch for now. And what I'll do, I'll leave those streams archived on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/.
Unless somebody spoils Danganronpa.
Aren't there live? You can watch them on demand. And please, if you can sub to the channel afterward, because apparently, obviously, you're not going to be cheering, right? While no one's there, you're watching it on demand. But if you can sub and do other stuff to support.
Yeah. I mean, it's the right thing to do. You can't cheer. You can't cheer because no one's going to be there. So you better sub.
Right now, whatever you could do on Twitch to support me, I would appreciate it, because my DSP gaming channel may be dead thanks to Google and YouTube.
I don't think it's going to actually be dead.
Stupid. And not knowing what.
Even then, worst case scenario, can't he just? I know he's got all the subs on there, but whatever. He's not going to be able to start a new channel, but
I've been screwed by the same people. Yet they're the ones who are fine. They're sitting cushy at their jobs. They have no problems whatsoever. Actually, that's not the truth. Probably they're all in hot water, I would think, because when you lose 250 major advertising companies, and
I think they're doing fine.
Dire straits that you're
no, don't worry. I think they're doing fine.
And things like this and change everything on YouTube. I get the feeling that someone's gonna get fired over there. If they
Johnny No Pay. He worked so hard for this internship.
We'll see, folks. At the very least, hopefully. The next couple.
He had his dad get him a job at a helicopter company, and then he became a YouTube intern.
Ad revenue on YouTube and all of that. But now it looks like starting in May, I'm screwed again. It's like back to square one. How many times can we fix this problem?
Back to square one.
Late last year, things went wrong. People rallied on Patreon, and it worked out. And they
Patreon.
Kind of saved my butt then. Then all of a sudden, this year things went wrong. People rallied
Shout
on
out
Twitch
to Joe.
Saved my butt then. Now all of a sudden, YouTube goes wrong again. It's like, oh my God, I just seriously.
What is that? What is this? I can't even. What is this? I don't even. He's got his little.
Play games and have fun, and just share that with you every day. And
if you did, here's the clincher. I don't think I can take much more of this. I'm gonna die, either of burst kidneys, burst bladder, or fucking bullshit overload. If you did, if that were the case, this wouldn't be an issue. You'd continue to upload up to DSP Gaming. You would ride this out. You'd roll with a couple days of missed income, and you would take the time to maybe, I don't know, secure yourself in another way. But you gotta beg, don't you? Don't you?
About any of this shit that has nothing to do with me doing anything wrong. I've done nothing wrong.
Fucking nothing wrong? Phil did nothing wrong. Nothing wrong.
Again, and people, Phil likes to play the victim. Play the victim. No. There's a difference. If you play the victim, it means that you are trying to get sympathy because you want people to think that you're the person who's constantly screwed, but it's not what happened.
Oh, dear God.
This is true. I've done nothing fucking wrong. I didn't cause YouTube to lose 50% of their ad revenue this year because they lost all their advertising.
My irony meter is off the charts.
I didn't make a new process to get you a switch from one MCN to another that makes you have AdSense associated with your account, and then make it you can't ever unlink a declined AdSense.
This is why you take... You know what I mean? If he had just done this himself, if he had just taken the time to do this earlier on after he got fired from Machinima, he would have been fine. If he had taken a little bit of work, yeah, it's going to take a while to go back and monetize. I mean, the fucking amount he saturates this website with. If he would have taken the time to go back, apply for AdSense, do it. But I don't think he can. I think he's disbarred from AdSense. I don't know. That's a gray area for me. I think he lost his ability to actually have AdSense. If you know about this, let me know. I'm going to do more research on this later on tonight. But holy shit. If he had taken the time to do this earlier on, maybe not rushed into Curse, and then tried to... He jumped onto the first lifeboat, but he realized that there's only one paddle on it, and there's a giant hole in it. And then now he's trying to clamber onto a bigger lifeboat, but he's already got fucking hypothermia and he's exhausted. And he can't do it because he didn't take the time to think things through. But Phil, he's got street smarts. He doesn't have book smarts like those YouTube.
I mean, like, whoa.
Poor Johnny
the victim, that's not the case. I need your help to keep going. I want to keep making videos. I want to keep doing stream. If anything,
so do it.
Now I'm on a high because everything I'm playing.
You're on a high?
And enjoying it
what are you smoking, son?
I'm pumped for my stuff. And now this happens. So please, be patient. I will keep everyone in the know on what's going on with DSP Gaming and KO Gaming. Like I said, worst case, if KO Gaming gets approved,
Boy, howdy did I jump in at a good time to start doing these videos. Holy shit.
Just like Darkside Phil did. I know that's ridiculous, but that may be what has to happen at this point. I don't know what else to fucking do. And whatever you can do to support, whether it's, Teespring, whether it's...
you missed the link. You missed the link. You went through it. You pointed at my search bar.
Subbing, cheering, tipping, whatever you can do.
Subbing, cheering, tipping. Aren't they all? Well, okay. Subbing and cheering.
Right I'm sorry, everyone. I want to have good news for you.
Hey, he doesn't have his Patreon link. Holy fuck. Why doesn't he have his Patreon link? I went the whole video without seeing that. He doesn't have his Patreon link in the corner?
I keep getting fucking screwed by YouTube. All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening. I'll have more info as the week progresses. I hope to see all of you on stream tomorrow for 2 streams, which I wasn't planning on. It'll be 2 stream day now.
It's going to be 2 streams, but the second one's probably going to be sub only.
Forthcoming. See you later.
See you later, I guess. I got nothing to say. This guy has gone so far off the deep end. And he does nothing wrong. It's infallible. But this has been going on for an hour and some change here. I'm going to do a little bit of homework. And I'll be back once there's more. Let's make this a trend. Whether you like my content or you hate it, I got shit to say about this guy, and I still don't want to stand on the sidelines. And unlike Phil, I'm not doing this for the money. I'm not doing this for the fame and the glory. I'm doing this because I'm a businessman myself, and this guy has run himself into the fucking ground, and he is a bum. He's a bum. And he needs your money. Anyways, adios, amigos.